I heard generator was brought from Pune to Manali.
Yeah. Many things. This was Lakshmi's. Lakshmi was also there, so she was also arranging many things. Her dedication, her love for Osho is another thing which you get deeply touched by being these kind of people. And Lakshmi, being his secretary before, had a lot of experience and the managing skills. And she will suggest, because I used to talk with her everything, that this is going on, because I had no experience, so I always wanted to talk to her. And she will come, oh, we will do like this, and always happy to do it. With Lakshmi, the quality which touched was her lightness, her joy. Frail little woman, not even 5 feet height, but full of energy, like energy ball. And she arranged this, yes. She got the generator from Pune, she got the filming, that Osho's discourses should be, whatever he's speaking, it should be filmed also. She arranged that also. Yeah, she had been a big support in those days. She was arranging all the, because we had booked the whole Span resort, so all the Indians, Westerns who were coming to visit for a few days to stay there, she was arranging that. And she was also giving sannyas to the new people, because people were asking for sannyas. Yes.
How long Osho was in Manali?
He was there for till I think 6th of January. He came there in the last week of November, almost 6 weeks. Osho had this very intuitive thing. Whenever any danger came, he knew somehow. He never made it very clear to us, but he always knew it, how to get out of that mess. One day, like Osho tells me that I want to go to Nepal, because all his caretaking staff was in Nepal, and they were calling almost every day that we are here and it's so beautiful, and the government and the king, everybody is in favor, and we will find a space and we will book the Salty Oberoi for you, and they were asking me, bring him there. So I was conveying it to Osho, and he was saying, no, it's okay in India, I'm fine here, and let's find a place here. My preference is in India. So, and then one day he just tells me out of blue that tomorrow we are going to Nepal. I said, Bhagwan Hasya and Jayesh and Anando, they are all in Delhi, and I will tell them that we will arrange a chartered flight for you and we will go. Maybe it will take a day or two, I don't know, let me talk with him. No, you, me and Mukti, 3 of us, we are going to Nepal. Tomorrow we leave from here, and this is he telling me at 6 in the evening. Tomorrow at 11 we are leaving for Delhi, and then from Delhi we are going to Nepal. I said, but let me just say to it, no, there is no need. You just, after my food, you just get packing, start packing, and we are leaving. And no need to tell anybody. Only in the last minute we will tell, because everybody, because there were the Span resort was full with people. And he said, no, not to tell, there will be chaos and everybody will start coming and telling me not to go, and I'm leaving. Okay, so the whole night I'm doing the packing of him. I'm not supposed to say, and then he wakes up around 2 a.m. and I tell him that he said, whatever packing you can do, it's fine, and if you need help, you can ask Manisha. Manisha had come afterwards when all the caretaking staff had gone, so she was also there. The famous OK Manisha, she was there. So he said, you can ask her also to help you. So I go and wake her up and bring her, and we are doing the packing, and in the morning the packing is done, and then I am supposed to tell Mukti to prepare the food, and only 1 hour before for her to also pack up. So that we did, and now we need the tickets are not there, nothing is there, because there is no time for me to even arrange. So then he tells me, we will go a little bit early and there you can arrange for the tickets. Okay. So there is no car available. There was a Mercedes which was standing there for the whole time, but just 2-3 days before we had sent it to Delhi for some repair work so that it can come back, but only on that day he has asked us. So I asked for a taxi, and such a third class taxi comes, Ambassador, and Osho, who was famous for having 93 Rolls Royces, and in such as, I will say, spick clean cars to sit, and this taxi comes, and I am asking that guy, and I said, just clean your in taxi. Huh? He looks at me, it is clean. He is a young boy and very arrogant. It is clean. You want it or not want it, like this. And then I look at Divya and Amit and I said, just clean it. And they said, okay. And he said, but for what? I said, Osho is going out. And still, like, they don't know for what, but they also know that if it is done, it has to be done. So no questions. And they just bring the water and start cleaning, and with the inside, outside, we just start cleaning. And then we tell everybody that Osho is leaving. So of course there is like where he's going to Delhi, then where he's going, maybe to Nepal. So all these emotions are going on, and then we leave. Osho sits in the car and I'm sitting next to him, and the Manali roads are in bad condition, and this driver is a bad driver, and the car is also Khatara, Ambassador, and he will like give sudden brake and sudden speed, like you get all the time like this. And I tell him, भैया जरा आराम से चलाना, देख तो सही पीछे कौन बैठा है, मुश्किल हो रही है ना, आराम से चला. And the more I'm requesting, the more he's getting arrogant, and he's not listening. And I'm so much concerned. One thing, it was like the whole night I was awake of packing and of arranging, and then everything is ready and there is no tickets in the hands, and we have said it, and to arrange 3 tickets at least, and it's a small flight which duk comes, and it might not even go. That's another thing. And I reached there and I'm like tense inside. I was not aware that I was tense, but I was. And then one third time I tell ki please just don't give so much jerks and drive cautiously. And Osho just, I'm sitting next to him, And Osho just placed his hand on my hand in my lap and say, Neelam, just go in. Just these two words and his touch, and I move inward. And suddenly I see how much tension was in my body, and I relaxing, and so beautiful everything, because when he puts this sudden break and the body goes like this and body goes like this, it's like on a swing. It's not even bad. It's just when body is relaxed, because I was so much holding, it was like this. And when it is, it's like a swing. It's not even hurting me. And a smile come on my face and I open my eyes. Such a beautiful drive. There is snow-clad mountains and the Beas river is flowing, and the whole drive is along that river. And its sun is shining, beautiful morning, and I had not noticed anything. And I look at him and he is sitting like this. I felt, ये तो शहंशाह है, इसको तो रोल्स रॉयस में बिठा दो, खटारा गाड़ी में बिठा दो, ये तो शहंशाह ही रहेगा. He looks so royal, sitting so relaxed, so beautiful, so graceful. And then we reach at the airport. It's a chaos there. It's dirty, and I asked that airport manager that, do you have a waiting room? He said yes. I said, can we wait there because it is time, and I have Bhagwan Shri Rajneesh with me. And he said, I can open it, but just see it, it's not in a good condition. And I open it and I see it's so layers of dust there. I think they might not be using it anyway. So by that time, you know, always our sannyasins are always there. So I just look, get it clean. So everybody's dupattas and you know, everything becomes cleaning material. And they clean one portion of that where he can sit, and the dust is gone. Within 10-12 minutes, it's clean enough, whatever we could do. And all these airport people, they're all really, who has come like that. And Osho is a known face, so I'm taking care that nobody comes so near, and I take him in. And then I think in that flight, I think Mridula came from Bombay Sannyasin, Mridula and her sons, if I remember correctly. And they came and they sat down, and I asked them that, look, just you not take care of him, that nobody comes and this thing. I have to arrange the tickets. So I go out and I ask the counter that I need ticket, one ticket is available, but I need 3. It's not available. So I'm standing there and I'm waiting for the people who are going to board in this. There is one sannyasin who is going to board, and I said, you give me your ticket because I need this ticket. We are going to take Bhagwan to Delhi. She said, but I also want to go to Delhi. But I said, you can wait for him. We cannot. She said, okay, take it. So now I have 2 tickets. Now the 3rd ticket is coming, and I'm just standing there, and there is no hope. And suddenly I start crying, but I need 3 tickets. I need 3 tickets. I'm just saying it there. And one guy whom I don't know, any Indian, he looks at me. Are you okay? I said, no. He said, what is there? I need 3 tickets and I have 2. I need 1 more. He said, take it, mine. And he gives me. And we have 3 tickets. And now so much luggage is there. And that small flight, they cannot take the luggage. So then I'm asking everybody, I can have one suitcase on your name, I can have one suitcase on your name. I arrange. Within it, just talking is taking time, but it was just happening like this, and everybody is saying yes. And I got all his, except 2-3 pieces, I got everybody was having his trunk on his name. And surprisingly, it was cold, but the people who were traveling back, they didn't have much luggage, and most of them, they had come to see Osho or some other works somewhere, but everybody agreed, and we could manage a lot of luggage, like not the whole, but a lot of luggage within, and then we board the flight, reached Delhi, and already Delhi people know, so they had booked the hotel for him, and so we reached there, there was meetings going on, so many sannyasins, and the flight was, I think, the next morning. Yeah, we reached there, we stayed the night there in the hotel. I remember that people were coming and meeting, so I had to tell. And when it was like 9 o'clock, everything finished, he had his meals, everything. And then I realized there is no other room where I'm going to go to sleep. They had not thought about it. And then I said, and I didn't know how to like dial and all thing. I'm trying the number, and Osho says, "What are you trying?" I said, "You know, Bhagwan, I think where I'm going to sleep, we haven't thought about it. I think nobody has thought. Now everybody is gone, and I'm arranging a room for me." He said, "It's a big room. You can also sleep here." I said, "But you know where?" There was no, like, it was a suite, but he said, "Look, the bed is big enough. You can sleep there. And anyway, we don't have much time." It was, I think, early morning we had to get up. Something was that with early morning that we had to do something. So we have just few hours and you can sleep here. I said, "Bhagwan, on the same bed, when you are sleeping, I will be awake the whole night." He said, "That's my work, to make you awake, so be awake." "Come and lie down here." And I lie down in the same. After 5 hours I got up. And another thing which happened very beautiful, I told him that I don't have alarm with me and we need to get up at this time. He said, "Just repeat 3 times inside you that you want to get up at that time, you will be awake." I said, "I don't want to miss." He said, "Don't doubt. Just say it." And you won't imagine, I just said it totally, and I really wanted to be awake because I didn't want to miss. But I felt like he's there, he will make me awake anyway. So I just said it inside me that I want to be awake at this time. You won't imagine, when I woke up, it was exactly, not even 1 minute here and there. Not 1 minute early, not 1 minute late. I woke up, I saw my wristwatch and I got my ready and then made the bathroom clean again because now Osho needs to be ready. So then Osho was ready, and anyway then we left for Nepal. And in Nepal Airlines, all the air hostess, they are so fascinated by him. Everybody is telling each other, and every waitress, she will come and will look at him, and then they will smile, and then they will go. And Osho is enjoying. Osho knows that everybody is fascinated.